Alright, what's going on everybody? Thank you for joining us again today. We're going to be having a look at building a to-do list, but in Go. So let's jump into it. I've set up my directory. I've got a main.go file sitting here. So let's set up the basics and the structure. So we'll set our package as main. And we'll import. Oh, this is off to a terrible start. It will recover. Main. Next we're going to import our buffer IO for our inputs, FMT for our outputs, OS and string conversion. Nope. Perfect, we got some red squigglies next. We haven't actually used any of these things yet. And we'll set up our main function. Function main. And in there, we'll just declare our empty tasks list. Because if you're going to have a to-do list, you're going to need somewhere to put your tasks. Alright. Make strings. There we go. Initialize at 0. Perfect. All right. Let's add some functionality to this, shall we? Let's start with our ability to add a task. Down here, function, add task. Take our tasks in. And jump in there. Alright. So the first thing we're going to add a task, we're going to ask people to enter the task, obviously. So add a print saying enter task. Perfect. And then we're going to set up a scanner for an input. Using our buffer IO, we'll get a new scanner. And get our input. Excellent, alright. And we'll tell our scanner to scan. And within our task, we're going to set a task to be the input. Text, and we're going to append that task that we've just created to our tasks list. So go our tasks list, go append, tasks, task. Alright. And then we might confirm for people that we've successfully added the task. So we'll do a format, print, line, task added. Woo! Alright, so now we've got our task adding set up. Let's take a look at removing a task. So go function, remove task. Taking our tasks list again. Perfect, alright. So let's ask people which task number we want them to remove. So print enter task number to remove. Get a scanner going again. Now I know that we have already declared a scanner, but when we use this method of declaring and assigning a variable, it is specific to the function that it is in. Alright, so it's a new scanner OS input. Perfect. And we'll tell our scanner to scan. Scanner's got to scan, yo. error handling. String convert. No. Text inputs. Now, if error is not nil, or the number is less than 1, or the number is greater than the length of tasks, or our tasks list, we want to return print line. That's not a valid task. Return. Perfect. Okay. In the event that none of those error criterias are true, then we're going to append. Wow. No, we're going to remove our task. We're not going to append a new task. Tasks, we still use append. Subtract 1, because it's an array, starts from 0. And then we'll say print line, this task is no more. Alright, so what about saving and loading tasks? What if we wanted to do more than just keep them in an array? What if we actually wanted to save them in a file? We can go pretty simple here. We might save them just in a simple text file. So that will set up another function called save tasks. We'll pass in our tasks array again. Let's say we want F as our file, and we'll capture any errors. OS create tasks.text. So now if error does not equal nil, we want to say that there's been an issue. So print line error saving these tasks, and then we'll spit out our error code. Return defer F close. Now, in the event that there's not an error, what are we going to do? Might do a for loop, and we'll loop through our tasks list. And we'll save each one as a new line. So, for each of the tasks, the range of tasks, we want to use our file handler to write string is the task plus our new line character. And if that error picks anything up, if error is not equal nil, then we'll just once again say there's been an error saving. So print line error saving this task, and then the error code. Return. Alright, so that should loop through and add everything. And then, yeah, we want to say that we're saved. So format, print line, tasks saved. Perfect. Now we've forgotten to do something very important here, which is that these all need to be in braces. That doesn't look very pretty. Let's that and that, and then tab that. Oh yes, that looks much nicer. Perfect. Alright, we've now saved our tasks. Let's load them back again. So function load tasks. Got our array there, perfect. Alright, so once again, file handler, and catching any errors. os.open, now tasks.text. If there is an error is not nil, return make string 0. So we'll just get an empty array. Say to close when we're done, so defer f.close. And we have been able to successfully open the file. I'm going to go set up our tasks array of strings, not strongs. There's a scanner. Here's our buffer io.new scanner, and in that we'll use our file reader. And then for scanner scan, we'll take our tasks array and we'll append tasks based on the scanner text. Wonderful. Alright, and then we'll return our tasks list. So now we should be able to open our tasks file. If there's an error, cool, we have an empty array. If there's not, we populate our array with the new lines from within the tasks.text. The last thing that we want to be tackling here, we've got our main function up here. It's looking a bit sad and a bit empty, honestly. Let's say, rather than having this empty array here, that we make tasks load tasks. So rather than us declaring the empty array, we're just saying call this function, and if there's an issue opening the file, it's still going to make that empty array for us. That's not the right function, but down here we've still got our make an empty array. And then if it can do it, so much the better. It's going to append everything that was already in there for us. So we've got our array declaration there. And now we're going to set up our menu. So we'll just go for. Now, we'll give ourselves a little heading. Format, print line, to do list. I think I was calling this my go do list, because I'm pretty creative like that. Now we're going to add our menu items. So I'm just going to copy this because we've got a few here to do. Item 1 is going to be add task. 2 is going to be remove task. 3 is going to be save. Not Dave. Also needs to be in here. Dave can save the tasks maybe. Save tasks. 4 will be exit. And then we'll ask people to choose which option they want. Print. Choose an option. So we're going to print here instead of print line because we don't want it to drop down to the new line before we do our scanner. New scanner. We'll take the input. And then we'll tell it to scan. Wonderful. And then we'll take its input and call it option. Or whatever I just typed. Now let's call it option. Option is going to be declared as scanner.text. Now, we've displayed our menu. We've captured the option. How do we call our functions? Let's set up a switch statement. So switch based on option. Case 1. We want to add task. We'll send tasks. Case 2. We want to remove task and send tasks. Case 3. 3. We want to save tasks, so we'll call save tasks. Tasks. And then case 4. We want to break our for loop, so we'll just go return. And then if anyone selects anything other than that, default print line invalid option. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Perfect. And then let's print out our tasks list. Go mat print line tasks. And then for go task range of tasks. So for each of the items in the task list, we want to print them. So go print F. Go get our number. /n. So we drop down a line. Iterate I+1 task. Alright. I think we may be at a point we can run this. we're not, because this should not be there. That's looking much better. Let's save this and give it a run. Go, run, main, go. Come on. Alright, not a strong start. Unexpected semicolon or new line before this. Yeah, okay, so we've got a couple of mistakes here. We want to look at line 69. What have we got going on around 69? Yeah, this is unhappy here. That's fair. Let's put that up there. That's happier. And what was our other error? Line 91. Ah, yeah, cool. That's not how we do a defer. We want to do it like this. We don't want a dot here. There should be no dots. It should be dotless. There we go. Alright, and there shouldn't be a spacer. There, is that looking better? No. Yes. Now we're talking. Alright, I think we might be ready to give it another go. Let's do it. Oh, I've got good feelings this time. There we go. Alright. So we got our go-do list. We don't have a number before the word exit, which is confusing me. And is not that intuitive. Let's have a look in here. Why have we got that? Let's see our main got going on. Yeah, just I didn't put it in. Save. Let's try again. I want it to look pretty, right? Gotta have that intensely good user experience when you're looking at a CLI application. You don't have much to work with, you can't get the basics wrong. Alright, let's add an item. Alright, enter the task. We're gonna add test the go do list app. Excellent. Oh, and we can see it is now added here. Let's remove the task. Oh, yes, no, we want to remove a task. Enter the task number to remove. It's task number 1. Perfect. This task is no more, and we've got an empty task list. Let's add another task. What task are we going to go with? Let's call it check if we are saving tasks. Excellent. It's in there. Let's exit. Now the real test, is it there when we start again? Alright. I'm not seeing the tasks list show up, which is a bit confusing. It probably should be there. Let's add a task. Test menu loading. Alright. So, we've got an issue opening our saved file. Let's exit out of here. And I will open up our text file. Alright, I would open up our text file if it existed. So, something has gone wrong when we're trying to create our text file, which is a bit confusing because we should spit out an error if it can't create the file. Let's try run this again. Add a task, test task, 3 to save. You know what I think the issue was last time? I don't think I saved the tasks. Exit out, enter back in. Ooh, okay. So now the test tasks file exists. Yes, I want to allow, and it exists in here. Okay. So our task exists. It has been saved. But when we're opening, we're not seeing it show up. Let's add another task. Sample task. Ah, excellent. Okay. So our task list is saving. It's just not displaying the full list upon opening. So let's save our task. Let's jump back into the code and have a look at why that might be happening. So we're printing our tasks list. And we should be doing it. Ah, we're doing it after we ask for our scanner option. I want to know if we put this bit at the top, cut all the way up here, we're going to see it properly? Or am I just making more issues because I haven't really thought this through? Let's run it. Aha! Alright, there we go. We have our tasks showing up at the top of our menu now. And they've loaded successfully from the save file. Perfect. Alright, well I hope that's been helpful and interesting. We've run through, we've created a few functions here, we've learned about saving files, loading files, working with arrays. If you've gotten something out of this, I'm very excited. Please drop a like, drop a comment. If you've got any questions, if something's not working when you're trying this yourself, leave a comment down below. Always happy to have a chat and see if I can help you out with stuff. If you want to keep up to date with what I'm working on next, feel free to subscribe, hit the little bell icon to get notified when a new video is released. And until next time, have a good one.